Wherever you see free food, help yourself. Senate President Akpabio tells Nigerians. Can you imagine this one now? So because the politicians of today have turned Nigerians to beggars, so whenever they see free food, they should eat. So you are turning the whole of Nigerians now to amajiris. That is what it means. This man, sometimes he talks like a primary school child. I'm telling you. So because Nigerians, the entitlement is free food now, that is what you have reduced Nigerians to become beggars and to be eating crumbs from the tables of politicians. This guy is not fit to be a leader, I'm telling you. Sometimes when people dress very well and come up with a huge body in the public, you think there's something in their head. There's nothing. Obviously, there's nothing. Senate President Godswill Akpabio recently advised Nigerians to take advantage of any opportunities for free food. He made this comment during a plenary session in the Red Chamber where he was seen laughing with fellow lawmakers. So the remark comes amid the ongoing economic challenges facing the country, which have been exacerbated by President Bola Tinubu's policies, including the removal of fuel subsidy and the floating of the Naira exchange rate. So according to a report from Politics Nigeria, recently Nigeria's state-owned oil company NNPC Limited raised petrol prices by more than 15%, marking the second increase in less than a month. So the product is now sold at over 1,000 naira per litre in several parts of the country following the government's decision to end the subsidy program due to financial strains. This isn't the first time Akpabio has made similar remarks. At the Niger Delta Ethnic Nationalities Youth and Women Group Sensitization Conference in Port Harcourt in July, the Senate President joked about Nigerians protesting economic hardship, saying that while they protest, he and other National Assembly members will be eating. Yes. So those who wants to protest can protest, but let us be eating. Akpabio, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, had remarked. So the problem is that this guy, in fact, it's obvious that he doesn't even have sense. In the same country, this is the kind of person that should be thrown out of that office just in twinkle of an eye. How can he be making jest of Nigerians? I don't blame him. Nigerians have, accepted all of these low profiles, to become leaders, and also accepting all these remarks coming from these insensitive people that call themselves politicians and leaders. Every time Akpabio opens his mouth to speak, he's speaking something that will displease the populace, that will displease the public. He's speaking something that makes him look more like a child and unfit to be Senate President, to be number 3 citizen of the country. And the way, look at the way he's talking, like a primary school child. Even a child that just finished SS3 will never talk the way this man is talking. And he keeps making the same statement all the time, teasing Nigerians and mocking Nigerians, and nothing is happening. Probably that is why he continues to say it. Probably think that his powers and whatever power behind him is working. It's only a matter of time it will stop working. It's a matter of time to stop working. So let me go to the comment section. I know that people will reply and, they will talk to him. Somebody said, no matter who you are, okay, death is for sure. Money can't stop it. Abi? A very overfed man making jest of the poor. Nigerians may have strangled with their corruption in government watching. The worst human being on earth is Akpabio, the worst Senate president ever. Very, 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 very unfortunate. This comment is a clear acknowledgement of the level of dereliction your government has exposed Nigerians to. Just keep record of your ridiculous comments aimed at mocking Nigerians in this time of hardship, because there will surely come the days of reckoning. That is it. So God will judge all of you. You can never hear anything reasonable from his mouth. So insensitive and reckless. That is it. And that is to tell you that he is also not intelligent. He's not intelligent. He's empty brain. Exactly. Somebody has called him empty brain here. He's not reasonable. He's not intelligent. The way he talks, you know that he has nothing in his head. That is the problem. He doesn't reason. That is very bad of him as a number 3 citizen of the country. And that is why the Nigeria is what it is today and is still going down. When we have people like this, when we have the least in the society leading the best in the society, the least of Nigerians leading the best of Nigerians, then what you get is the best. You cannot be better than your leaders. So these people, the question is, how did we get here where we have the worst in society being the leaders today? And I'm sure it's because over time, the elites of Nigeria have never given interest to politics. And so the Agberos, the school dropouts, and all the secret court people have found their way into politics. All the school dropouts now find politics as a way of survival. And a lot of them today have grounded themselves. And that is why we got to where we are today. And they keep grooming their likes to take over from them. And today now, the elites are handicapped. They can't have access to power again. They are now at the mercy of these political thugs and hooligans who are now ruling Nigeria. Quite unfortunate. Really, really, really unfortunate. And it is a very, very serious situation because before power will move again back to the elites to put things right in the country, I don't know when. It's going to take decades and centuries in the future. I don't know when. I don't know how it's going to happen. And I don't see that happening without a revolution. Even though the government is throwing away from revolution, I don't see that happening. The problem with Akpabio is that he has no sense. But the big problem is how come a fool becoming the Senate president of a country? It means all the senators are idiots. That's what this one is saying, the worst Senate president ever. Always insulting the Nigerian citizens. One day you will experience the wrath of God, just one day. The way it is, God is just laughing at us. We are waiting for God to collect Nigeria from their hand. You sit down there. When God has said that he has given you power to go and dominate and rule the earth, and you are here, a fellow man has taken it and you are waiting for God to come and wrestle it out from the fellow man's hand and give it to you. I don't see that happening. No. Any country that waited that way never saw anything good. Most countries that are doing well today, at a point, collected their country by force from the hand of the impostors and the bad leaders. So all this one we are saying, God will do, God will do. God will just wait for you. I'm telling you. Because God is not the person that will come and vote. God is not the person that will come and make decisions to rule the country. God has created and handed over to you to manage. So I don't know. I don't see how God will come and do that for you. Very unfortunate remarks. Mockery at its highest level. Of course, it pains you. Leave this country. And somebody saying, what an irresponsible comment coming from an irresponsible man who is not fit to hold any public office for life. A man in a sane climb should be rotting in jail. Okay? Right now, Nigerians, no. Don't be lie. This can't be the gospel for Nigerians. He is a pure animal if the statement credited to him is true. It's true now. He said it. It shall not be well with you. They're already insulting him. What do you expect from an opportunist baboon? They won't escape the visit of Nemesis. A country of so many intellectuals allowing an illiterate, not just an illiterate, a stupid and useless opportunist to be a Senate president. Nigeria, you are your own. Nigerians deserve the kind of leaders they choose. And I never see anything yet. Not be lie. Free food in your tenor. God do. Feeding a fat on a sweat and blood of Nigerians. Feeding fat on sweat and blood of Nigerians, vampires. So it is obvious that this government is something else. Very insensitive in the first place. So thank you for listening and let's have a comment on this.